It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in as we savor the last moment we have with Mr. Jay Miller, our baking superstar. You've just made so much sense today that we thought we'd better keep you around because we're going to have a conversation and we need a bit of sense when it comes to what the stars have been getting up to. Now, this I love because none of us know what's going on and Carissa fills us in and it's always spicy. So I hope it's going to be great today.
Yes, it is. A bit of spice, bit of zest, bit of goodness for our Jay over here. Let's start off talking about Lyra.
Okay.
I know, that's the exact response.
Yes, girl.
That's what I was hoping for. So we know this weekend is the Cape Town International Jazz Fest, and Lyra is going to set to the stage on Saturday. I cannot wait. And we know that back in 2022, she suffered a stroke, unfortunately, that left her unable to do things, simple things like read, write, and of course sing,
She
which
had
is
to
a
learn
gift.
how to sing again, guys.
From scratch.
know.
And now just 3 years later, she's taken that brave decision to step on out there. It's not her first performance, but it's her first big performance because, as you know, internationals stream in to come and watch everybody perform. It is the International Jazz Fest for a reason.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Lyra's always been just such an advocate and such an amazing flag bearer for South Africa across the world.
She's got it, yeah.
And
she understands, yeah.
And I think this journey has just proved that, you know, in the heart of all of us as South Africans is this incredible fire, you know, and I'm so glad that she's bounced back and I can't wait to see what she has in store for you.
I wish we need to actually get her on this couch through the process and she'll obviously be down in the Cape for the international. But I mean, this is one of the biggest festivals in the world. International jazz artists choose to come here because of that platform. So to put herself out there on this stage with these people, it's brave. It is so courageous. We love you, girl. Good luck, Lyra.
Good luck. We
Break
know
a
you're
leg,
absolutely
babe.
going to kill it. She also said she's looking forward to seeing her fellow artists in the industry like Thandiswa Maswai, King Thas. She said she cannot wait. And me too. I'm going to attend everything and enjoy. I mean, look at that. Absolutely incredible. We love Thandiswa as well. So, yes, that's amazing. Congratulations to her. And then also, the congratulations have to continue. I don't know if you all remember or know or follow Lala Hirayama. I am a huge fan of her.
I had an official dance-off against Lala Hirayama.
I love that.
I had
Sydney,
an
man.
official crush.
Yes,
I don't think you're alone, Jay. I don't think you're alone, kid.
Did you win?
No.
Okay, that makes sense.
She didn't either, so it's all right. We kind of cancelled each other out.
Because she has a background in like dancing, movement, all of that. And
That's what I said.
TV presenting. She stepped away rather from the limelight a couple of years ago, and she just really has been pouring into her mental wealth and her physical well-being and making sure that she's good. It's been so good to see her out there with her dogs and her horses, and it's the life that I absolutely love. But I'm saying congratulations because she is now engaged. Wow. She's joined the Fiancé Club. She is here. Her and her man announced with that beautiful picture. I mean, just look how serene she looks.
Oh,
different version of Lala, and we love to see it. I love it when a good man brings that out in you, and that's what it's looking like. So good.
And she's cool, man. I remember when I touched down in LA, people knew I was South African by virtue of the fact that Lala had been there before.
Exactly.
And it started knocking down doors globally that I think few people realized that she was doing at the time. So she paved a path for all South African presenters to be able to break into that market. So kudos to her, man.
Absolutely. She set that blueprint and the rest of us are going, okay, we're going to do you proud, Lala. But she's absolutely fantastic. And I mean, we kind of hope that she'll make a comeback to this space soon. You never know. But for now, we wish her a beautiful journey as she embarks on becoming a wifey one day. All right, let's talk about Hailey Bieber. Here's an interesting one. She's actually come forward to say that she's been struggling with her health. So we know there's been a lot of drama, her and Justin Bieber on his own. But she's now said that, you know, actually as a businesswoman, as a socialite, she's been dealing with some struggles. She was quite vulnerable in saying that she's had cysts in her body. It isn't PCOS, it isn't endometriosis, but she's had one the size of, let me get this right, an apple. In her body. And she said it caused a lot of nausea. Eventually, you know, she dealt with that and got it removed. But I think it's so important that a powerful woman like herself comes forward and is honest about things like this because a lot more women that you'd expect actually deal with this in private.
And well, in those elements, almost like 1 in 3, if you work on the algorithm when it comes to our medical discussions in the space, and it's just never spoken about at the same ratio, which means that there are probably 2 out of 3 women sitting uneducated about what's going on. So you need needs someone to, again, kick down that door.
Yeah.
So kudos to her for doing
And
that.
also removing the taboo, the shame.
No, 100%. You know, coming from a brown family, whenever you have a partner and you go to a family event, it's the question's always, when are you getting married? When are you having kids?
Yes.
You know, and my sister's also spoken openly about her journey with endometriosis. You know, she's got a roadmap of scars
Sure.
on her body, and seeing what she went through, it was insane. You know, I don't think I would ever be able to go through that. So I think it's important to speak on these issues because it's a lot more prevalent than we think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think because it's so raw, it's so
Yeah.
difficult to go there. Yeah. So kudos.
Shout out Hailey
Yeah.
Bieber.
Yeah, all
Thank
the
you so much
best,
for
girl.
that one. And we wish her well on her journey. I feel like 2023 has really been, or 2025 rather, where am I?
She's cool.
2023 was cool. It was cool.
It was cool. 2025 might be better. It's been a great year for tying the knot, for getting engaged. Another woman that's recently come forward for saying I've tied the knot is Kristen Stewart. I don't know if you remember her from the Twilight saga, but she has now announced that she's married to Dylan Mayer.
Oh.
Newlyweds. Here the two of them are absolutely beautiful. Now, Mayer is a screenwriter and they've been dating for a couple of years now, since 2019, so pre-pandemic. They made it through lockdown and now they've said yes to each other. There's a little video on screen right now.
And I mean, there was a time during the Twilight peak where she must have been one of the most followed people on the planet. So I like the
100%.
fact that she has some insulation around her to enjoy these moments. I like the video was shot over someone's shoulder through a tree just to get that moment.
Stunning.
Stunning, hey? Well, speaking about marriage, like I said, 2025 seems to be that year. Please, can we give the biggest round of applause for Anela Mdoda, who tied the knot in a secret ceremony recently. How incredible. Yes, Anele. It was a ceremony that just, I mean, as you can see, exuded so much love and tradition. And of course, the 947 host, known for her just enthusiasm, her humor, her greatness, her talents, her witty remarks. She got married to James, who's an Xhosa prince and renowned attorney from the Abatembu tribe. So the
Well,
two
if
of
you're
them
gonna do
look
it.
beautiful.
She, ayo, and
You go for the, you go for the
girl
prince.
is glowing.
Come
let me
on.
tell you, like
Come
I'm so happy for her. You know that she brings so much light and laughter
Exactly.
and
she's-
fun to people around. I'm glad
completely.
that's coming her way too.
And she is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
She will be the South African television industry for the next 20 years.
Absolutely.
She is steering that
She's
ship,
our
man.
Oprah.
Yeah.
She's
No,
our own
steers that
Anele, but she's like our Oprah. She's incredible. And we love you, Anele, and congratulations to you and your man. That is such great news to end off on.
Well, I was hoping we could throw shade at someone. But nothing, not
today.
even a little bit of spice, just love and marriage and all joy. So let's continue on that trend. After the break, we're going to celebrate our big win. And we could not be prouder of the chefs and Tiff and the team that we have working behind our scenes, because we took a major culinary award for the Culinary Hotline. And we'll share your comments and our response to winning at the South African Restaurant Awards. It's massive. And then, of course, we're going to wrap up our culinary experience with Jay as well. It has been a magical journey and a few more steps to take after this.